Hey everyone, it's me, your girl Icy, and in this week, on this very nice Sunday, I am going to unbox the a bit older fan club Venus McFlytrap, simply because I asked you on Instagram a while back, and you said, sure, unbox her on YouTube, why not? And here I am. I got this doll like 2 weeks now, but work is always work and it's sometimes a lot, and then I don't have the energy to unbox this my dolls. So here I am finally recording the unboxing of this Venus, and I love her. I like her. I think she looks gorgeous. But there still are a few things that I don't like about her, and that not liked from the immediately beginning, because there are things that I don't like. I still got her because my rule is I have to love a doll for 90% and then I will get her. And the one thing that bothers me, you will know later in this video. Because first off, we are going to start talking about her beautiful box. And right now we can see the front. And the front is purple. It says Skull Lecter on top. And on the sides, we see a lot of branches, flowers, and fly traps. They go down all the way to the bottom. And on the bottom, we can read Venus McFlytrap and the word Mattel. Also, she's licensed since 2024, so I think she was a fan club release in 2024. So she's been out for a while now. And basically I'm not reviewing her or saying that you should get her, because probably the most people that wanted her already got her anyways, but I love unboxing dolls and yapping about them while unboxing them, or at least, yeah, you know what I mean. So, this is the front, and in the front we have a big window. On the sides, we have a very interesting design because it looks like a big greenhouse, and the fly traps and flowers we saw on the front, they come from those sides. And as you can see, it has like windows, and the windows are a little bit coffin shaped, and we can see inside is more of vines and stuff behind a green stained glass, and I really think that's such a cute detail. On the other side, it's basically the same, and on the back of the box we have a very big photo of Venus herself, and we can still see that here on the sides, but in a bit darker, where the paper is tearing. We can still see that the design keeps on. I love that it looks like ripped paper because it just gives it an edgy look. And basically, we have written a few things on the back of her box. First of obviously is the Venus McFlytrap of her name on the very top. And it says, "Go green or perish. Let's save the planet. Eco punk style. Who all nature loving monsters? What climate change rally? When midnight or unearthed day or on unearthed day? Where the ghostly greenhouse," which is the thing that we saw on the sides. So basically, Venus is in the greenhouse and waiting for the others to arrive. And it also says, "Come dressed in rebel lurks." Also, she's having a little bit of a speech down here, and the speech reads, "The world is my oyster. Please, let's think bigger. The world is my greenhouse, and it's positively in bloom. We are talking a pro environment, anti establishment oasis deeply rooted in eco advocacy. And what's more rebel than that? After all, whether we are talking about my inner plant life or my daring style. I'm an eco-punk ghoul through and through. It's like my passions are veins bursting out of me in a wild tangle, climbing up the walls, making a statement, and reaching out, out, out. And I think it really puts together Venus's style entirely, because she has those vines bursting out of her, and that's the back piece she's wearing, which we can see as soon as I have unboxed her, because I think in box this um, vine thing, which we can see very clearly here, it goes a little bit under, because you really can't see it. Like, yes, you can see it a bit, but in person it really just blends in with her entire background, and that's one of the things that annoy me a bit. Also, I'm going to show you the empty box as soon as I got her out. And yeah, so give me a quick second and I'm going to get her out of the box so that we can see the empty box and the gorgeous, cute, and non AI artwork, because we all know that recently Mattel started doing AI background bullshit, and I don't like that. Nobody likes that. If we and I really hope we all agree about that. That those AI pictures are very lazy, because obviously in 2024 they still made gorgeous artworks for real with real artists and not a machine. So that's that. Anyways, I'm going to get her out of her box. Okay, I am finally back. It was a bit of pain in the ass to get Venus out of the box. Anyways, this is her inside without her being blocking the view of this beautiful inside, where you can see it really is the inside of the greenhouse with a little bit of flowers and the door or the way out. And she's basically standing in the middle and is waiting for others to arrive. And on the support beams, those are the support beams of the greenhouse, there are already plants around, and in the middle of the ceiling we can see Venus, her icon, which is a bit blurred by the plastic packaging, but you can see that it is the logo of Venus inside this greenhouse. And I have to say, I really love the look of this greenhouse. So I'm definitely going to keep the box, but I think I maybe try to get the plastic out of there, but I just was too lazy for now, because I have to concentrate a bit more for putting the plastic out of those packages than getting only the doll out. But for now, I'm going to turn it around as always. Well, maybe I keep it the other way around because of Venus's doll face on the back. And I always have problems on focusing when there are two doll faces. Okay, so I think I'm going to zoom in a bit, because as next thing, Venus will show up. And here Venus is. And I have to say, even though she was a pain in the ass to get out of her packaging, now out of her packaging, I love her so much. You cannot believe how much I love this Venus. Oh my gosh. She has so many details and she looks so stunning. So how about we first go over Venus, her face. I mean, look at this face. Well, look, not too close. I zoomed in a bit too excited. I simply just get Venus closer to the camera. So yeah, that's the other part. She's constantly falling over. Stop falling over. Stop it. Girl. Okay, now she's standing a bit more stable. Okay, so let's talk about Venus, her face. Her face is so pretty. She has a side glance, and I'm always here for a side glance because it always looks insanely good. And she also has a lot of cute details on her eyes. She's having this black eyeliner and on her upper lashes and green eyeliner on her lower lashes. She's having a very dark gray makeup, which goes up to her brows, and her brows also look so stunning. Um, her upper eye, eyelashes look like little branches, which I loved the first time I saw it. And we can see that she's having basically her basic ears and her basic face shape, which looks so cunty. I don't know why, but I love how cunty her side profile looks. Um, she's also having a shit ton of piercings in her face, and I love that. She is having this blooming flowers, which are, in my opinion, just flowers and not piercings, but the flowers just make her face look a lot more three-dimensional. She's having like a brow piercing here. She's having, I think, um, they have a specific name, but I always call them dimple piercings. The cones right here. She's wearing a very glossy, dark or light red lip. Not a lip gloss, but it looks glossy. She also has a darker lip line around that and very full lips. I think the lip color complements the pink part of her eyes very much, and because of all the greens and pinks, her blue eye pupils, they really come out beautifully, if you ask me. And she's also having like those dangly, I have to hold my fingers at the bottom. She's wearing those dangly earrings, which have a little vine detail, and she's also having a second um, earring right here. She's having the same earring on this side. Um, and going over her hair next, she's having in total three different hair colors in her hair, which is this lighter green, then those almost black dark green highlights, and she's having a pink hair as always. She's not having any shaved sides or anything. She's having a full face, a full head of hair. And in the middle, it braids up and goes down into a ponytail. And her hair is obviously saran. And here you can see that her hair goes into this ponytail. It is and I think it looks, whoops, now we went too far out. You can see her hair is pretty long, even in a ponytail. It is pretty long. It has a few dents from being in box, but one boil wash will fix that problem. And now, since we are zoomed out anyways, we can have a look at her back piece from the front. And you can already see, oh my gosh, in this lighting, she looks gorgeous. No, it's become lighter. Anyways, so I don't know why she gets all the time this gorgeous, do you see this gorgeous lighting? Her face is perfectly lit up, and everything in the back is a bit darker. Oh my gosh, I have to take a picture of this because this is gonna be my thumbnail. I swear to God, I love it. So yeah, talking about the flowers. um, she's having painted on details on here and over here. She's having almost a full circle of vines with more fly traps, vines, flowers with little mouths. They go up, and there are also thorns through and through. Here we have a few more leaves, if you can see. I just love that it is this green. It is a bit crooked, but that's because of how I put her on the stand, because I will fix it so that it goes perfectly in the middle of her face, but for now it's fine. It was because of how I put her on her stand that she came with. The back side of this piece is not colored in, but I don't think it is a bad choice to not paint the bright green ring not painted. It looks fine, and from the back you can really see how big this piece is in comparison. This is my hand, and the ring piece is definitely bigger than my entire hand. So yeah, I cannot fully cover it, so it is definitely bigger than my hand. And not only do we have those painted immediately, she goes dark. I think this Venus is really just, she's a drama queen and she loves the drama. I think I just immediately it went dark. Anyways, she's not only having those the plastic piece, because also on her plastic piece are those dangly vines. They are literally made out of embroidery, I would say. They are made out of embroidery. At least they are made out of um, thread. So they are basically not some fabric. They are made out of thread. So basically it's 3D embroidery, and it goes on the left and right. Here are little hangers where they are connected, and in the back you couldn't see it because of her hair, but in the back we also have a dangly piece. And I think when I put her in her final pose, I will try to pull on the vines to get a lower hanging thread and less hanging vines, because I think that would look very cute if it dangled around here. Then it would be a lot more visible, because from the front you can not really see it. Yeah, so that was her back piece. Let's see if she does it again. Yes, she becomes a diva again. I just love whatever my camera does. I love it. um but yeah, let's zoom in a bit more, because she is wearing a little necklace. I think it's just studded. Yep, it's a studded black not a bracelet, it's a necklace. And it is held into place with a rubber band, as always. And if we are already down here, we can talk about her bodysuit, which is the one part that I am complaining about. I'm not complaining about this gorgeous, thrilled, whatever those are. Well, I don't like that they abruptly stop. I would love to have them more there, but that I can fix. I love the mesh on her arms. I love that is mesh up here, but I am honest, it does sit right on her. I just want to clarify, I was just stupid putting her on her stand. So it is a symmetrical piece, but I'm just stupid. But yeah, I think blue denim was a choice. I'm not saying personally for me particularly a good choice. I'm honest, because I don't know, I am not the biggest denim fan, if I'm being honest, and it works somehow for me, but I'm just really not the biggest fan of a blue denim. It works with her eyes, and it works with the overall color scheme. It definitely breaks up the all green and red and black of her, but I don't know. If it's an extra piece, I probably gonna get rid of that piece and trying to give her a different body if I find one. If not, I try to make one myself, because I'm just really not the biggest fan of a denim body. And that were one of the pieces that I well complained about when I first saw this Venus, because I just don't like denim that much. But it really it works. It looks okay, but that body is the 10% that I don't like about this doll. Everything else I just love, but this body is the 10% that I simply just don't like. If we go further down, we can see that she is wearing green sheer stockings with embroidered or printed on. Nope, it's embroidered, or well, it feels velvety, so it could be printed on, or not printed on, but like pressed on. Um, those are green vines, which look very cute. I love the detail. It gives her a different tone of green in this already very green setup. And on the very bottom, we can see right here that she is wearing heels with see-through platforms, and she's having a lot of vines with also painted details on. And those vines go all the way up, so they are connected to her heel because they are growing out of her shoes. And I think I have to go even a bit lower and zoom in to show you what I mean with see-through, because her shoes are a bit see-through, and you can see that the part that goes around her leg is definitely growing out of the greenhouse. Here you can see it very, very well. Now you can see it super duper well that it is growing out of the greenhouse and around her leg. We can also see that on her heel we have a little greenhouse detail on that part, which is also super duper cute. And I'm pretty sure if you really wanted to, you could remove the greenhouse part. I've just been thinking about maybe I can lighten it up with my other phone. Okay, so I got my phone and I did put it here so that you can see. I hope you can see it. You can see it that this shoe is definitely sheer and see-through, and you can also see that there are tiny plants in there, and there's the big plant. So there is definitely stuff happening inside this greenhouse shoe. Now you can see it really good. There is stuff happening inside that greenhouse, and I really think that's such a cool detail to give her a see-through shoe with all those tiny little details. I'm really here for those heels, and on top of her heels, you also can see that there are little swirly, viney details. So the shoes are really cool. They are super detailed. Even the tiniest of vines and leaves have like molded details. So this is an insanely detailed piece, and I'm super happy to own this Venus. Like, on the stock photos, I'm honest to you, on the stock photos, I was like, she looks okay, but the body does not look that good. I don't know. But now in person, the body works with her. But I would still gonna find other pieces. Maybe I use some of the pieces that I have with my G3 Venus, because they could work with this doll altogether. I would love to hear if you also have this Venus, because right now she's doing it again. Yeah, okay, so I really would love to hear what you think about her. If you got this Venus, why you got the Venus, and if you didn't got her, why did you not get her? That's always so super interesting for me to know, because it sparks conversation. Like, I'm not a defender of Mattel or anything. You know, I bought Venus with my own money. Obviously, 2 years later, or 1 year at least later, but she still was available at Mattel.com. So, or I think it was the German Mattel site. Anyways, I got her because she was still available. She did cost me 65 euros, which I paid myself. And for me, it's well invested 65 euros, because I just only have to change one thing about her. So yeah, I love Um, if you, I'd love to know if you have her and why you got her or why you didn't got her, and if you just loved my little unboxing and talking about this Venus. Then I would love if I get a like from you and maybe a follow, because that would mean a lot to me. It would show me that you still want to see more of my unboxing content. And yeah, if you have any ideas of who I could unbox next, please let me know. I only have one doll left that I definitely want to unbox, which is currently my House of Wolf Claudine. But if you have any other suggestions, I can look them up, because I have adult money, and with enough patience, I maybe find other dolls that you recommend. So I would love to hear recommendations from you about dolls that you want to see me unbox, and then time will tell. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, a comment, and maybe a follow. That would very nice. That would be very nice. English today is not my best, but you get what I mean. So yeah, see you next time. Bye.